Hey everybody, it's Rebecca from Rebecca's Booth. Just wanting to show you a quick little craft that I have already started, but I wanted to show you this process of it. And I'm molding my book stacks. So let me just move my camera over so you can see what I'm doing, and I'll show you that I've already done 5 other ones that are sitting here waiting to dry. So let me turn the camera around and let's get started. All right. So this is how I started, of course, with a book. I got all of these books here from the Dollar Tree. They're $1.25 there. Compared to me getting them from Goodwill or any place like that. Goodwill was wanting $3 here on the West Coast, and especially depending on the books, I couldn't find the same size books. And you want them to all at least be some sort of, not really exactly the same size, but so they stack well. You want them to be the same height. And let me start this. So this is how we do this. I painted. This is just a basic coat of paint. I have 1 coat of chalk paint on here. You can see the colors through. I'm not real sure if it's coming out on the camera, but definitely here. This only has 1 coat on it, and that's okay. I want to be able to repaint it once I actually get the molds on the edges. So this is how I started. I am using the Sculpey air dry clay. This is it's a paper clay. It also doesn't need to be baked or anything like that. So that's the good thing. It's going to air dry and sit here on my countertop until it's done. I have made, I'll show you the 2 molds that I used. I've made this one here already. I've made this one, and this one on this board. You try your best to get, or you should try your best to get the mold itself the size of the bind on the book. I've also used this one. And I'm going to do this one because this turns out really good. I've done this one before on a book. On most of the ones that I just showed you, and I'll show you on the books what they look like on the books themselves, they actually are not the size of the books. So you actually have to add 1 hole plus a portion about that far in the mold to get it to go all the way down your book. On this one, we won't be doing that. But I wanted to show everybody how easy these molds are. I bought all of these molds on Amazon. And I'll have the links down below. I also bought the clay I believe I bought this clay from Walmart, but Amazon does sell it, so I'll put that link down there too. But if you're like me and don't like to wait on things, you can order this or just go into Walmart, and Walmart sells it in the children's craft section on the bottom shelf normally. On the far right, there's a little kids section that has like felt and I can't remember. They have like the little kids crafts. I'm not real sure if you understand what I'm talking about, but there is a section, and it's on the very bottom corner. On the bottom. This mold, I did put cornstarch in here. That helps it release a little bit easier. I didn't on the other molds that I used today because some of them just pop right out. This one, since it's such a thin little area here, I always put a little cornstarch in there. But what you start out with is a piece of clay. I like playing with it a little bit. It makes it a little bit more pliable. And just start with like a hot dog shaped piece and just pressing it into the mold itself. Take off any excess. What you want to do is make sure that you're getting all of the clay down into the mold, and that way it pulls out the details of the mold itself. Don't have to be real delicate about it, but you at least want to make sure that you've got it all in there. seen a couple people use like, and I probably will on this one too, popsicle sticks. And just sew my edges around the edges right here. I don't know if you can see the detail. Make sure that those are in there and the rest of it's cleaned off. It also gives it a flat surface area. But just like you saw there, you can pull it up real easy with it. It doesn't take a lot of pressure. It doesn't take a lot of pull to pull it out of the mold. So with the, there we go. Now see how flat that is? It looks flat. The reason why you want it to be flat is like when you're sticking it on the books themselves, you don't want it to roll and have a gap underneath. So let's see if I can get this out. Most of the molds themselves are really, really easy to pull out. I have these. These are actually brushes for when I do my dot painting. And these pull, these are actually, so you take the paint off really easy. But it also goes in here on your molds and you can use them to hold on to your clay without making indents if you're using the silicone ends. But for the most part, everything comes out pretty easily. All you have to do is turn it releases if you pull on and bend your mold, just like this. Very easy. And it's released. And see, nothing is left behind, but that's also from the cornstarch itself. So how you do this is you want to let this dry before you glue it. I have done it two different ways. I have put these on with glue and then glued it on while they're wet. When I do that, and as the clay shrinks, they crack because the glue is not going to let it go anywhere. So if you're okay with some cracks and you can fill it in and paint over it and you're okay with that, then by all means glue it down now. But if you want it to dry a little fancier and without cracks, you lay it on the book just like where you're going to glue it. Make sure that it's even on your book and let it dry. And then you can come back in. It'll move right off once it's dry. And then you can glue it and put it down, paint it, and then stain it, which is what I plan on doing. Let me show you the rest of these. I've got 6 of them done. I usually do 3 books per stack, or 3 books, yeah, in each stack. And you can see the different molds and what types. See, there's the little round one. But they're all just sitting here waiting to dry. And then I will paint them and I will show you the finished product at the end. Alright, this is Rebecca again from Becca's Booth. If you like the videos on the how-tos, just give me a like, share, please share, please subscribe. I like making videos on how to do, so this tells me that you like what I'm doing. Alright, you guys have a great day. Bye-bye.